What's going on, everybody? This is Ross of the Misfit Effect. And of course, I'm always joined with my wonderful, beautiful, spectacular co-host, the lovely Miss Sarah Lace.
Thank you. We are back at it again, but instead of bringing you guys a newbie, we're actually bringing you someone who has been in the industry for quite a bit. I would consider them a bit of a veteran and someone who really knows what they are doing. So, hello, Lorenzo. How are you doing today, babe?
Uh,
Doing good, doing good. Nice to be here with both of you.
So for everybody out there
Thank
who don't know who you are, tell us, who are you?
All right, for the people there, I'm Lorenzo. I've been involved as a master dominant in the BDSM lifestyle for about 45 years, prior law enforcement for about 35, and I'm a voice artist for several genres, erotic readings, things like that.
Okay, so
you. Okay.
I'm interested. So what all have you been a voiceover for?
I've
Like
done
what all?
radio, some commercials, TV commercials. I've done narrations, awards, um, night talk, um,
Okay.
things like you might be in a movie theater and you'll hear about the use of photography is not used and don't run to your nearest exit, things like that. Anywhere where there's a voice, I've done.
Oh,
So
wow.
is
I
this
feel like that deep voice is definitely what does it for people, you know? Like, but I'm also a little curious to hear about those erotic readings. I'd like for you to say something erotic or something.
Yeah, sometimes people just need a little extra boost at nighttime, daytime, or something just to talk them through some of their fantasies.
Mhm.
So, anything that you would want to hear, while you're laying there relaxing on your stomach while I breathe on your back or lick you down or something like that. Little
Yeah, I like
things
a
like
little bit
that.
of role play, you know. I like being
Yeah,
submissive for the right people.
yeah. I got started doing ladies answering services from
Ooh.
stalkers so that the stalkers would stop calling. And that's how it began.
Okay.
I'm interested, like was it a website or was it just I'm confused.
Friends.
No,
I'm
it's
guessing with
word of
friends.
mouth, and then I took some training courses, but I've always been teased even in elementary school all the way through. So once
Because
the
you're
word got out, it picked up from that point.
I mean you got teased because of your deep voice or
Oh man, the teachers would have you stand in front of class and talk, and no one would hear you, so they want you to repeat it, like that. So it paid off in the end,
I
but
like
it was rough.
and this is
yeah.
why I speak louder than my voice is.
Because
No.
Roster has a deeper voice as well.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like when I speak normally, like it's really low, and they made me go through like training so I could speak higher than my actual voice thingy is. And I've maintained this voice unless you catch me when I'm just like F it and just we
Hmm.
come on like yeah,
Yeah,
I
relaxed.
don't I don't want to try to talk the way I was taught to talk. And people just find this like kind of intimidating because it doesn't look like it's coming from this body. It doesn't match. It doesn't match. So,
Yeah, I understand.
so, but also like, so just coming up for recent things, you're about to be the voice of the ASN Awards.
Yeah, I've done it the last 2 years, and this year I will be announcing for the awards that YouTube will be also there, and yeah, I'll be doing that. That's a good opportunity. It's a lot of fun.
I mean,
It's going to be a
is
great
it live?
experience.
Is it live on YouTube?
I don't know if they're filming live. Um, there's no telling what could happen,
Okay.
but yeah, it's going to be an
'Cause
experience.
I've never been to the like since I rarely ever travel
Hmm.
for unless it's in LA for award shows. Like I never travel for award shows. This is my first one for my first ASN, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they do their award show. And like from everything I'm seeing, it's gonna be really fun. And I'm seeing all the stuff that you're posting and everybody else is posting, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm looking forward to this. And it's gonna well, this is gonna air the Monday before the show because we're
Hmm.
recording early, but it's in less than a month for us. So I'm excited.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've already got my dress picked out. I haven't been to it either, so I'm really excited for this new experience.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. One thing about ASN, it's all walks of life that'll be there. It's not just porn or cam. You have everything from publicists, people coming from the UK, and it's adults. You know, we don't have any foolishness at these
Mhm.
awards. So you can have a good time, get close to people that you might not at other awards, um, and the functions. You know, we'll look forward to seeing Sarah Lace in her dress. You know, so it's
Yeah,
going to be a nice time.
I hate that I won't be able to be in town for because I have other obligations. I will be in town for I think it's a musician show like that Thursday,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah,
won't be
Friday.
able. That's Friday. Well, it's Friday. Oh, Friday morning. I won't get into Friday after like late Friday afternoon, so I won't be able to be there for that. The first thing I can attend is the white party, and that's just
Hmm.
because of of other obligations. But it's just like I'm looking forward to that white party, the masquerade party, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and I wish I could go to everything, but
No, you'll have a great time there. That's one thing. That's a lot of fun, and there's not any pressure to have to perform. You know, you can just be there, relax, meet with people that you normally wouldn't see, and just have a great time.
yeah, because I know from what I've been looking at, I previously only know like outside of you, I've met you before, like three other people that's actually going to be there. So I'm looking forward to like meeting a lot of new individuals. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like I love, that interaction of meeting a whole bunch of different lives, and especially because you do BDSM, and I love the lifestyle, but I don't really meet a lot of people who normally just focus on that. Like, so since I don't go to like the fat cons and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, like I said, it'd be nice just on a Saturday if you want to relax by the pool if you're staying there.
Yeah,
Just a chance to meet people that I say you normally wouldn't in a relaxed setting. People are different when they're relaxed. You don't get to see that too much.
true,
So you're
true.
saying I need to bring a bikini then?
Oh, you're going to see a lot of
But
stuff. But yeah, you definitely come on,
I'll
do
make sure to pack a couple.
yeah, do what you do.
I'm gonna show off because honestly, that's one of the things that I like to do is like dress up all fancy or something that I wouldn't normally wear, and also use that as a way to get people to approach me.
Well,
Even if it's
this
other
is the
ladies,
time. Yeah, this is
even
the
if it's
time for
other
you.
ladies telling me that they love my dress, like sometimes I still get shy at events. And I'd rather people approach me because I'm like, oh, they're amazing. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Well, like I said, let people know you're coming, and they'll be looking out for you also. So,
And
and if I
and
see
by
somebody, I'm going to pull them your way. I
and by
got
the
you
way,
back.
everybody, this award show, I think the Monday after the award show is Lorenzo's birthday. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. So make sure if you see him this weekend, just in case he leaves early on Monday, whatever, or you don't see him on Sunday, or he leaves Sunday, you give him a big birthday hug. For those of you who actually going to the award show, I just want to throw that out there.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I'm going to
So,
have a good time.
mhm. Is there anything that you're planning on doing for your birthday or using ASN as a way to celebrate?
I'll celebrate with family, the ASN family, and anyone else that is there, and just being able to relax after this weekend because there's going to be a lot going on.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, I always need
my
that
voice,
family.
I'll rest, like that. But it's
Mhm.
going to be a nice time.
That sounds amazing.
Hmm.
Random question. Have you ever been the voice at like a strip club feature or something? Because I feel like you have that kind of
Yeah,
like belly.
I've done strip clubs for males and females.
Ooh.
Whatever the voice is needed in something, I've probably done it. Um, it's everywhere. Sometimes I'll just do a tape and send it off, and I don't even know where it's going.
That's
But yeah,
awesome. I love a
the
man.
stripper thing is good. We had a lot of fun with that.
So
That's
I
amazing.
have a random question because it says 45 you've been a BDSM educator. What all do you focus on in the education that you give out to persons? Because I don't know which do you focus on or what do you educate or
Well, with BDSM, I'm considered a master in the art of BDSM and domination, being a dominant. And that's from the long time. It's old school for me, before social media. So when you talk
Mhm.
about BDSM, it's a difference of being a dominant and that dynamic than, say, being into fetishes that entail some of the BDSM things like sessions, impact play, and things like that. That's more
Mhm.
of things that you do, but it may not be you being a dominant in BDSM. So it's a lot. I can do the sessions, the impact, sensory deprivation, anything like that. Extreme
Mhm.
impact, that's a specialty of mine. Um, but if you're really getting into that BDSM dynamic, that's a whole different mindset of being in charge or controlling or looking out and guiding and directing another individual that is of the submissive. That takes on a lot. So
Mhm.
that's something that I've mentored some other people to be true dominants, not someone that just says they are because they throw the word out a lot. I'm a
yeah.
dom. If someone tells you that
Yeah.
it function right away, don't believe it. That's not the one that you want to deal with. If you're dominant and all that, you don't have to advertise if you're true.
Because I do feel like domination and submission is really comes down to the way that you act, even when you're not in that space.
Yes, people know truly.
Mhm.
You can tell. And a lot of the things are of the mind, not the physicality of things all the time. Your mind is your strongest part of your body, your strongest organ, and that's what you really need to control, cultivate, enhance. And that's not what's really being done. People now flog somebody and they're dumb, and you're hurting people. People are getting hurt. Some
Mhm.
people that are looking for that guidance are convinced that this person can do this for them, and they're really not in it for that. That's why I always tell them just wear a t-shirt and say what you want. If you want to have sex, then I'm a sex dom. If I want to beat someone, I'm a beat down dom. But don't profess something that you're not, because there are people that are really counting on you.
Okay, that's understandable. Because, like, I will say that I have tried to Dom a few times, but I feel like I don't actually know how to be a Dom.
And
And
that's
in
true.
that case, I also am more submissive in a sense. So I really kind of would rather submit than dominate.
Hmm. And that could be your calling, and
Mhm.
but research and talking to people that really know, that's always the best way. Now you
Okay.
might be dominating in certain practices that you like. And it could be a regular,
Mhm.
or it could be in, say, sexual in nature. That's something different altogether. That just may be your thing.
Mhm.
But like I said, just research and
Yeah.
cultivate what you like, and surround yourself with the right people. You can have a ball.
Because I know there's a lot of people who I know that want to do things in that lifestyle, but they bruise really easily and they
Hmm.
don't like the bruising that comes with it. Even if they do something minor, like if they are getting like, flogged and they can get bruised. And it's very difficult for them to learn how to, or what they need to do to not get a mark
Hmm.
or a bruise, even if they're not even going at it.
Hmm. Some people are like that, and sometimes you have to adapt to more sensory
Mhm.
play. or lighter objects. And then the mind, there's things that can be done to you mentally that could take you to a place you've never been. And then as a
Yeah.
dominant who's in charge of that can take you to that place and then take you further because I've decided how far I want you to go and enhance you to
Mhm.
take you to that level where you the unknown without a bruise on you. And that's where, training and techniques and all that.
So when you say sensory play, do you mean just like how can I say this?
I would say like feathers for sensory play, or like headphones and like whispering in someone's ear or stuff like that. That's what
Yeah,
I would consider
feathers,
sensory.
light things. And this is
Blindfold.
where my voice does come in handy because if I was holding you in a certain way around your neck and whispering in your ear, vibrating my body around yours, stay with me, Sarah.
Mhm.
And, hold,
I'm just like, okay, tell me more. Yes, please.
and holding you real tight where you feel bright vibrations, whispering, moaning in
Mhm.
your ear deep down. It may take you to a certain way without leaving a bruise on you. And you may enjoy it. You never know.
Oh, I think I would absolutely enjoy it.
I'm gonna surprise you at ASN and just say your name in your ear, and you're not gonna know it's me until I say it.
Oh, yes, please. I would love that. Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Sarah's gonna
Oh
be
my gosh, during the
Sarah's,
masquerade ball, you should do that.
Mm,
Sarah's gonna
yeah.
be walking around all juicy at the masquerade ball.
Right? Just waiting for it.
Juicy for no reason.
Mhm.
Yeah, but no, sensory could be everything, and even if it's light bruising, I mean, electro play sometimes may not leave the same bruising, and that's a whole nother entity, that could be done.
Well, that's the thing I know with her, like she can't get electrocuted because it didn't work well with her.
Yeah, my body's too sensitive for that. We've tried it. Well, I've tried it before, so
All types of electro play, or just a certain thing, because
yeah,
it's so much, that could be done.
because basically what we try to do before we actually use it on me is to just test it.
Hmm.
And we've tried different electro things, and they just, even on the lowest setting, it's just too much for my body.
Okay.
Mhm. But
Yeah.
I do like some impact play.
What was that? What type of play?
I do like
Impact.
some impact play though, and
Okay.
sensory play for sure.
Yeah. Well, I could do impact and extreme impact. Um, there's different fetishes that are out there that a lot of people have never seen and will never see. There's people that like to have appendages broken, and you will never see that because that's in a different setting that others don't go to or are allowed to.
Yeah.
I've seen blood play before and like the
Mhm.
cutting one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Again,
blood play, knife play.
I don't kink shame or shame anybody. It's just a lot of ones I've seen that I understand it, but I just don't get it. If
Yeah.
that makes
You
sense.
just some things that we just know we would not partake in.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like
It's okay.
the blood,
That's
like
the
just
that's the
watch,
beauty of it.
yeah, just watching the blood because it was like it was a BDSM demonstration night. They were just showing
Yeah.
different things, and
Hmm.
that one and ball busting that they were showing that night are the two that I know that
You don't want to don't want to try.
wouldn't be in my wouldn't
Hmm.
be in my interest. It would scare
Yeah,
me away.
you
But
you you mostly see impact, canes, floggers, things like that. But even that opens up a whole another world of so much that you can do and how you can do it, where you add sensory deprivation to the impact. When you
Mm.
lose a certain amount of senses in your body, you get that, fight or flight. You get a
Mhm.
different mindset. So if I can put you in a spot where you can't see or can't hear, that's two senses. So now everything's going to be different to your
Mhm.
body. You know,
That makes sense.
breath play that really adds a different sensation.
Well, that's why I know a lot of people who you see them do BSM stuff. They're always wearing like blindfolds.
Roster?
Yeah,
Did he freeze?
Mm.
Hmm. Uh-oh.
I can hear them.
I guess we'll wait.
Okay, Lorenzo, you there?
That's pretty awesome to hear, though. Yay, he's back.
Oh.
There you are.
I hate this internet. I hate Comcast. Oh, the internet we have over here has been acting up the last 2 days.
So I
So
did screen record the part where right after you hopped off roster. So
yeah,
we have footage.
I'm gonna,
But yeah, I can stop the screen recording and then we can hop onto the regular recording. But yeah.
I should do this. Well, that happened. Things you can't control.
There
Internet.
you go. My,
Even
I
though the
just
bill is paid.
I just had to stop the screen recording because my iPad doesn't have that much memory anyways.
I'm sorry
So
about that.
we're back.
Anyway, go ahead. I don't know what y'all were
So
discussing.
it's okay. So while your internet was down, Lorenzo and I were still chit-chatting a little bit. I was letting him know about the kind of sub I am and I guess the kind of switch I am. And how I'm a little bit of a brat. But I will
A
say
little,
I
what? A
am the
little
kind of
bit?
brat that
A little bit?
is. See, someone
Yeah.
knows me. But yeah, I am the kind of brat that wants to be tamed by certain people, I would say, you know?
Yeah, that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I just make you work
Definitely.
for it a little bit, but
Mm.
I don't know. Sometimes it's like a flick of the switch. Sometimes I'll be bratty for an hour and then you just say something or do a certain move and then I'm like, okay. I just become this pliant,
Mm.
submissive.
Yeah. Now, like I said, just enjoy whatever you want. You just enjoy, and don't settle ever.
Yeah, that's
See,
very true.
like the person who I'm hanging with now was telling me I need to be more of a switch. And I'm like, I can't do like I've always in my life been a sub rather than being dominant. So, and it's kind of hard for me to try to get into that role because I'm not used to it, and I feel wrong, like even like hitting, like doing something physical to somebody that
Mhm.
causes a minuscule amount of pain, even if, it's playful pain, it's still
Healing water.
mindset pain, you know. So it's kind of if you were talking to someone about getting into that role from being a sub only to trying to transition to a switch, what would be the best advice you would give them?
And you're talking about submissive in role playing or
Everything. Like
everything.
they
First
are
thing I would tell them,
100,000%.
yeah,
Submissive in every aspect of life.
yeah. What you want to do too is to find out what a true submissive is. There's misconceptions that in sex, if I'm the one that you handcuff or whatever, I'm a sub. But are you really submissive in everything? If I have a dynamic, a 24/7 dynamic with a submissive, I may be in charge of everything, their finances, what they wear, what they eat, guiding them and directing them, uplifting them to be the best that they can be. But you have to be prepared to relinquish all of that. And not too many are. And then not too many dominants that are prepared to take on those responsibilities. They may say it, but they're not. So I would tell someone that's going to be find out what a true submissive is. Do your research and see if you're really prepared for that in life. That's a rarity for someone to relinquish certain things, give up all those things, and then trust in another human being to be your guide and direction and all those things.
Okay.
So question,
Wow, you left me just thinking.
so in question, so like like as you say you are an educator. Where can everybody, where does people usually contact you in order to get this education, or do you do workshops at places, or yeah?
I'll be honest to you on this show. There's so much faking going around that I don't do advertisement. There's networks of people that want to, do this for real. And I mentor a few so that the dominance will be as we were before social media. A lot of people want their 15 minutes of fame and they're getting away from the true art. So through different networks, I, get in contact or they get in contact with me and I interact with them in that way. I really haven't done many workshops. I've done talks at people's events like that, but the true one-on-one stuff is different, let's say underground ways of that we get in contact with each other.
Okay, okay. I'm just trying to understand because I know that as you said, a lot of people fake it, and like a lot of people who aren't true dominant, who try to teach people how to be dominant, they can give incorrect information to say, or information that really isn't going to help a couple or a single um, have success in their happiness in order to, does that make sense? Like they're not going
Yeah,
to really make them happy because they only know a certain amount, and it can deter them from enjoying the lifestyle, than giving them some type of enjoyment from being in the
yeah.
lifestyle.
That's why I say do your research.
Mhm.
When you're in a room, a dominant doesn't have to let you know they're a dominant. A lot of people want you to know because they're convincing themselves. So that's something to look out for. And what's happening, there are folks now that really need this and they're looking for someone and then they get someone who's fake and it's leading to mental abuse, there's suicides, all kind of things like this. And the real, the one that's faking to be a dominant doesn't realize the impact that they're doing to people. Everything
Yeah,
now is sex related. At some point, that's going to come up, and the real dynamics, and a lot of them, doesn't have anything to do with that. That's not even a part of it.
Mhm.
So the research, the taking your time, there's no rush. If you want something right, just take your time, and it will make itself available to you.
I feel like people don't
Okay.
understand the like it's just people who are suicidal. I feel like people don't understand like the levels in which like who are into like degradation, being put down and stuff like that. They don't understand like the levels of which you can go down, and the levels of which it is too much, and when to stop and when to settle, or et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
So
true.
And the different types of aftercare that are needed.
Hmm.
I've noticed
People,
that some people don't really think about that, or they think aftercare is this very specific thing, you know, when it's not one size fits all. Everyone needs different types of aftercare. And it also depends on the kind of session essentially that you're having.
yeah, and that's where you have to know the communication. And a lot of people that really don't know what they're doing are not going to take the time to even, discuss, to learn. Like you say, aftercare is different for everybody. Everyone is different, totally. So it's nothing really to play with if you're going to get really serious with it. It's not a game. You don't want to play with that. If you want to do a session, if you want to do fetishes, then that's what you do. Just keep it real on what you want.
Okay.
okay, that makes
This
sense.
is where you had mentioned about exploring what you like and sticking to that.
That's the key. And ask questions. There's no reason not to ask questions. You will hear, talk to people. There's a lot of bad people out there. They'll make themselves
Mhm.
known to you in their own way, and
Mhm.
that's what you stay away from. But there's so much more to explore. No one knows everything. We're all learning every day,
Yeah.
and the level of what you thought excited you to the max may only be half of what you can achieve in the right setting. You never know.
Oh, that makes sense.
I will say, because certain times I want more impact than others. Other times maybe I want to be sensually dominated. So I will say, even even amongst an individual, it's not always the same kind of play.
That's true. That's true. It's not one thing for everybody. Everyone is different. Every situation can change, like you say. On the drop of a dime, it could be something. I might do something to trigger you into another zone, you know,
Mhm.
or bring you into something that you don't even know that you may like.
Yeah, that's true. That's the fun
Hmm.
part, I'd say.
What do you
Yeah.
feel is the most consistent question that you've gotten during your education period from people?
They probably want to know, do I beat people, and how do I beat them? That's the most question that you'll hear, and I'll explain with extreme impact and some of these things you don't even want to know about. What people like as fetishes and things like that, and you may not
Honestly,
be
I
prepared
honestly
for
I
that.
do. No,
He's like,
because
I'm
no,
curious.
because I'm curious because like the broken bone thing, I've never heard that before, but I can
Yeah.
see because people are really are into extreme things. Like ever since I seen blood play was a thing and seen
Mm.
people cutting and they were into it sexually, I know there's a lot of things out there that I've never that I probably can't even think of that people are into, you know.
Yeah. Fetishes are there's so much. There's fetishes of people that like to be amputated in different places of their body.
Ouch.
That's a fetish.
You can only,
Yeah.
You
there's
can
only
only
so
do
much
that
there's
so
only
many
so
times.
much you could do. Yeah. Like
Like,
Well,
you got 10
yeah.
fingers, for that's gone, then the
Yeah.
the
Look it
arms.
up, and you will see that that's something that you have to be in a certain network that 99.9 will never be a part to even see something like that.
Like,
Um, like say the bones, the
mhm.
different apparatuses on people.
see, like
It's
the bone breaking, bones heal, and you can split,
mhm.
and that can heal whatever. But amputation though, it's
Yeah,
like that's gone now. It's like it's a
and
Yeah,
nub.
and
like,
well, and to some, it's the actual build up, the anticipation, the act afterwards, being able to know what's gone, to see that it's gone. I mean, it's a level of excitement that only that person can explain.
Or understand, but I also can understand, like, and this is just from my in my brain, if they liked it to the point, if someone was breaking your finger or whatever, and they take it to the
Mm,
or whatever, and they take it to the point where it was just about to be broken, but they don't break it, or they get to the point where they're cutting it down, whatever, and it's to the point where it's still usable, but they've gotten the pain of it going deep, but
mm.
actually losing it forever. It's kind of like, depending on your age apparatus, it's kind of like, I might want to flick somebody off in 10 years, and I'm only 25, and that finger's gone now,
Yeah,
and I can't, flip them.
yeah, yeah.
So it's
Yeah. That mindset is only that I've known people with choking and all. It's the actual act, the anticipation. Some want the handprint to be able to see it later on, to remember. Um, so there's a lot in that. And that's one thing I will say for people that are out here faking. A lot of them don't even know how to choke properly. They wind up killing somebody.
yeah, 'cause you ain't
There's
supposed to
different ways
the
of
Adam's
choking, and
apple.
yeah, they don't even know what they're doing. You'll see them pick up a flogger, start flogging somebody, and all they do is start attacking those kidneys. They don't even know. I mean, you got to learn the body. In all my training, I had to learn the whole body before I even could touch anybody. You have to learn how it will affect, what it's going to do, how your body's going to react. I'm monitoring people's skin, the hair, their breathing patterns, everything. When you really want to do these things correctly, you have to learn.
Mhm.
I understand that. I just know, yeah, because it can be very dangerous. Like
People have died, so you can't play around with this.
Yeah.
even even with like just regular paddles, people are hitting people on the butt, whatever. You have to know how to hit the butt because you can mess somebody spine up if
Hmm.
you hit it incorrectly. You
There's
know,
zones on the body that should never be touched. There's some that should be touched lightly, some that can have more of an impact. You need to learn that before you even start playing around with paddles and things like that.
so
Yeah, I've had a couple of pretty bad experiences before where my tailbone was bruised one time just from improper flogging, and it was just
Hmm.
it was not like it obviously started fun, and then after that I was like, okay, safe word time, you know.
Hmm.
people don't know
But yeah.
the importance of a safe word because even when you're with someone who knows what they're doing, like some people know that hey, you got to stop or whatever. People just don't notice it right away, and it's kind of like, hey, this is at the sub to understand when you got to say tap out,
Hmm.
because it's too
You
much,
know,
whatever.
and also with that, what if I'm taking you to a place where now you can't express your safe word? This is where I have to really know you, know your body signs. I have to really be paying attention. Some people
Especially,
Hmm.
can't talk. What if I got a ball gag in your mouth? You can't talk.
Yeah.
I have to really know you. I have to be able to feel your back, feel your heartbeat change a little bit more. There's, little things. But
especially
safe
take
word
away,
isn't always can that always save you? And that's like doing sessions with someone that's intoxicated. You never want to do that.
Yeah, no. That's
You know,
definitely a bad idea.
yeah, it's unsafe. Someone could really get hurt like that. And
especially
then
if
people may
they're
change.
gagged and they need to throw up because they're intoxicated and they can't
Hmm.
because the ball gag is in there, and now they're just regurgitating on, yeah.
Hmm.
Yep, exactly. That's one of the unsafe situations that people can get themselves into if they don't know what they're doing.
I've had people get to a zone and say a safe word that they used in the past. That's not the safe word today. Because they went into autopilot.
Yeah.
But you have to be monitoring because you got to pay attention. You
Hmm.
may think you're going to handle this at some point, but you may not. And you have to
Hmm.
trust on who you're with. You know,
Hmm. That's very true. I feel like in order to even submit, you have to trust a person.
yeah, communication, time. That the mind that causes patience, and a lot of people today don't have patience because that's not really what they're looking for.
That's true. That's true. I will say I have gained patience over time because that's not one thing that comes easily in general.
I feel
Well, I know
that
you're in depth. You like what you like, and you're very curious about things, and that's a good way to be. You know, enjoy your life to the max every day if you can.
Mhm. Speaking of enjoying life, what is one of the funnest sexual experiences that you've had while in the industry?
I like in the industry. I like to sit also and watch
Mm-hmm.
another dominant, like my partner, interact with someone because they're very professional in how they do it, and to bring those people to a certain level that's they weren't expecting to see.
Okay.
Sit back and just enjoy, and see someone else's
Mm-hmm.
pleasure, and watch my partner do that. That's very enjoyable. My
I,
ultimate for myself is to be on a big rock, like in Hawaii, with lava coming on both sides, enjoying the pleasure right there.
oh, That sounds hot. Wait, quite literally hot, but like that sounds like amazing. I don't know if that's a doable dream, but that definitely sounds fun.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that would be different.
Right? I mean, you could do it, I guess, in like an artificial setting, like one of those, I would say like a fake volcano with some like water that's like died and it just like shoots up. That could work.
Yeah, for the
We can
visual.
make your fantasy come to life, I think.
But imagine the heat and the danger of knowing that
Yeah.
that's it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
most likely you're not going to make it out of that situation anyway. So that will be it.
Like, I guess Pompeii.
Yeah.
I have a
Hmm.
I have a completely side question. And this is to do with what you said about what you did before in law enforcement. Do you still teach people how to, do the hand-to-hand combat and stuff like that?
Yeah, I
Or anything
teach
like
some hand-to-hand weaponry and all that special training that I had.
do you still do it
Uh,
now or
yes, if I have to.
what do you like is it just like, weapon like guns or is it other weaponry?
Uh, Guns, the sticks, the paddles. I did so much with the department while I was also in the BDSM. And way back then, people didn't know what it was all about. So it
Hmm.
was a rarity that I was doing both. I had equipment that was issued to me from the department that I could also use in sessions that nobody had. A whole big bag and everything.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
and different training. So I had training on how to do different things with different people. And I was one of the few that would go to a run and be in a party because back then it wasn't advertised. They were deviants and no one liked anyone in any lifestyle. And to have them so scared until I walked in and asked what's the dynamic going on, and they're looking at me like you actually know about this. So then they have me on their guest list from that point on, you know.
Mhm.
But way back, no one was talking about this sort of thing like that. But it has changed since social media has changed a lot. But yeah, I still do certain training in that hand to hand stuff and weapons, gas, all that kind of stuff.
Get like
Okay.
gas mask or gas how do you I'm confused. Like you teach them how to make their own gas or
No,
just
how to defend yourself
I
from.
don't know. Like you gotta
Sorry,
realize
I have a little training, so I know this.
like you military. He's from law enforcement. I'm just the innocent bystander who tries to stay out the way to not get hurt.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because as soon as he said, I was like, oh, okay, bet I get it.
Yeah, y'all acting like I've been in a fight in the last 20 years. I haven't even been in a fight in the last 20 years. I can't say anything
True,
about
true.
You see a lot of gas on TV with riot situations and
Mhm,
things like that. It's a good tool
mhm.
in combating things. The different types of gas, the different types of canisters. It's a whole bunch of things that would come in that.
And how
Okay.
to create a makeshift mask as well.
I
Yeah,
thought it was just water. Water in a shirt.
But so you have to have several layers. And I've been trained with an actual gas mask and how to clear my mouth.
purge. Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
y'all,
I've done
y'all,
a lot.
y'all, y'all have combat training. I can't even throw a punch. So I'll just
Yeah.
have to surrender. Like, look, I'm sorry. Like, you can take it. So yeah, I'm so anti-violence or anti combative. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I get
Hopefully you
it.
never have to, do anything. I've been on front lines in that full gear with a mask and a big helmet and all that, and it's 100 degrees and gas is going, and people are throwing bricks, fighting and all that. I mean, it's a different experience.
I mean, I would
Yeah.
hope I would never have to be in one, but given the environment, you never know.
You never know.
Hmm. And mind you, I know people may hate your side of it, but at the end of the day, you're just doing your job.
Yeah, and they'll hate it too. They're in the alley getting ready to get robbed, and I pop up, then everything's
Exactly.
cool. So if you don't want to do that type of job, you just don't do it. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I was able to get out alive. I did 35 years and saw a lot.
That's
So,
pretty amazing.
so other things you do publicly outside of ASN, what do you have coming up that you can speak about?
My partner Casey Carter is a part of Exotica, so we're at Exotica's everyone. I guess since
Okay.
2017, I've been to every Exotica,
Oh, that's
so I'm
amazing.
always
Oh
there.
wow.
Um, Other people's events I may, go to. This year, I'm only scheduled for Exotica's ASN right now, but something
Mhm.
could come up. They've requested me to do some talk about domination and all that. So I
Um,
may be appearing in Ohio one day for that.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
And speaking of that, would you be doing any of those at Exotica?
No, I haven't done a seminar in a while. We're in the works of maybe trying to do some things. One
Mhm.
thing we had before was, um, I guess it was called security. It was a security thing with social media. We were
Okay.
doing a seminar like that. Like, for instance, where you're sitting at in your room right here,
Mhm.
I was teaching people how stalkers and bad people can really find out everything about you just based on a picture.
Yeah.
On your refrigerator alone, there's always a picture. I can see dates, appointments on your calendar, family photos, your note to get this tag and all this, and you can track people down by a lot of things, and you have to be very careful with social media.
That's
Hmm.
very true. And to be honest, that is why I've kept a lot of these things generic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of my backgrounds don't have personal information,
Yeah,
even
well,
downstairs.
that's good. In law enforcement, we have tracked a lot of people based on the social media. They'll film their neighbor's car. They won't film their house, but they'll film their neighbor's car. They'll film their neighbor's dog, which is a unique type of
Yeah.
dog to the neighborhood. You just mess up, and then a lot of people tell their whole life story on social media, and that's how their house gets broken into because people know where they're not going to be and for how long and when they arrive somewhere. So you have to be very careful what
Yeah.
you do, even in Exotica. Sometimes you got to be very careful. I watch out for a lot of people in Exotica.
Yeah, I've seen
Mhm.
like
That
it's
can
like
be
I'm
dangerous.
not gonna say which one, but I know
Mm-hmm.
it's one in particular that people say they worry the most because of stalkers at this particular city one, and like they worry them like because people are weird for no reason at certain places. And it sucks
Mhm.
Very,
because, you
very
just
much.
want to live your life and spread enjoyment to individuals. And you got just some weirdo who don't understand this is a fantasy. Or you shouldn't like, I understand you love what I do, but it's not for you to try to take advantage of the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, part of the security risk kind of has to do with the layout of a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I should like go too deep into this, but there are certain ones where you can see whoever walks into their room just from where you're sitting at in the lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Just things like that where you're just like, okay, it is really easy for a stalker to see which room you're going into during in certain
Yeah.
hotels.
And in the training, we did some of that. First time meeting in a hotel,
Mhm.
always, tell the person on the desk before, hey, yeah, I'm meeting somebody. And walk them right up to the desk and say, yeah, this is the person I was meeting. Now they're on camera and you got a witness of who you're with.
Mhm.
Don't ever meet them at your room. Don't tell them your room number. If you do, give them a wrong room because they're going to come there early and go to the wrong room.
Mhm.
But I do a threat assessment of where I'm staying before. So I know the
Yeah.
exits, the weak points, the strong points. That's just from the training. But you have to
Mhm.
really be diligent out there. There's some people that that's all they do is spend 24 hours a day watching social media, doing this, and they're planning. That's all they're doing.
Mhm. Another tip that I would like to give is not to post your location until you after you left it.
Yeah, that's
For
true.
example, people posting stories of them having fun at a bar or having having dinner out with friends, I always tell them not to post it until you're already leaving there or wait till the next day,
Mhm.
stuff like
Or
that.
or at least
You,
like if you do, if it's like you could tell which one you're at, don't post it. But if you can't tell, don't tag like where you're at. Like if you're at
mhm,
like for example, if you're at a theater, you're watching a movie, whatever.
mhm.
Like a lot of those look universal. So if you post that, whatever. But if you say I am currently at blah blah theater, then it's like, uh-oh, you're telling someone where you're at, and they will wait outside for you to, finish. It's weird, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that there's been like stalkers waiting for them at the airport because they knew they were getting home that day.
We've had stalkers, like I say, with the law enforcement, they've taken flights, they've taken the same flight that the other person took. And they didn't even know they were sitting right behind them, the whole time. So they
That
they
that is pretty insane.
they are extreme to the levels that they will go. So
Yeah.
you always have to keep your eyes open and just be diligent. And tell a friend, tell somebody else. One thing about stalkers, they don't want to be known by a lot of people. They want this one-on-one interaction. But when a crowd knows something about them, then they shy away from that type of stuff.
It's very true. Thank you.
So, last question before we get into the ending. So do you do like would you be open to do any of the training information you do for performers who are at the Exoticas that are coming up, or is it just though that's your U time?
Like in a session or something that they may want to do. If somebody was looking to do something and they came and approached and said, I just want a little technique on this, so can you help me with that? Yeah, sure. I'm always willing to help. I'd rather that than someone do something and act like they know when they don't.
Yeah.
We all can get help. So sure,
Yeah.
I'm always willing to, like if you came to me and said, I want you to do this to Sarah because I know she likes it, you know, sure, we can work that out together,
You're like, yes, as long as we film it, there's proof.
Yeah. So no, but yeah, that's definitely. I have been asked for certain things, and I have helped in some of the sessions that they've done.
Okay.
Perfect. So
So
now
what?
you guys know if you need some tips on BDSM or even on safety, go find Lorenzo at Exoticas.
So, but yeah, but yeah, as we said earlier, because we're about to end soon for this second. But everybody who's going to ASN, make sure you listen up for this magical voice. It's going to be over, and you can say like, you say, "Oh my damn, that's Lorenzo right there," and
I'm
like
gonna be
like,
awake the whole time.
and hope and like
Yeah.
and oh, by the way, ASN they put our ad in there this month, like so. Yeah, the very first one in their magazine is the picture of
Hmm.
Sarah, like near the like in the a whole. It's a whole page thinking of just Sarah Lace in there. So
That's so awesome.
Yeah, they
yeah,
they have you up for the sponsorship thing that you're doing, and
yeah.
you're doing it big, and that's the way to go. You're gonna have some fun at this event. I can guarantee you.
Thank you. I do say I gotta thank Rockstar for that, for making this happen.
Oh no, I'm just here. I'm just a guy with a camera.
Well, yeah, let them know you're both, your company and you are up for, have
Oh
been
yeah,
nominated
so
for.
so
Let
yeah,
them
we're
know.
we're nominated for best podcast for this podcast, of course, and I'm nominated for best photographer. Um, and hopefully it'll be like my first award period. I think Sarah's also we win for best podcast. So
That would be
it'll be great to at least say like, oh, I've been in for 17 years and I finally got something to say that I'm good at this work. So
Mm.
fingers
and
crossed, guys.
then like this year, like we're a sponsor. Like I've done a little less photography this year just so I can, just sponsor events and enjoy the event rather than working it. So,
Mhm.
and I needed that mental break a little bit because it was getting overwhelming. So either way,
Yeah.
hopefully we win something. And then we'll hear yeah. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, you'll
Okay.
hear me say your names as I announce the nominees, and someone will announce the
Yeah.
winners like that. But yeah.
Yes, say my name.
Mm.
Oh wait, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah. Simmer down, Sarah. Simmer down. Take a cold shower.
Okay, I'm just like
Cold
I'm
shower.
into it now.
By the way, so Lorenzo, where can anybody find you, support you, get like whatever?
I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I have an ad for voice work also on Twitter, and I can get that there. My Twitter is Lorenzo4016, and Instagram is Lorenzo G2920. I think on FetLife, I'm Sir underscore Lorenzo. So you can get me at all of those places, or through ASN, you can track me down.
Yeah, there you
Yes,
go.
sir,
And
Lorenzo.
Sarah doesn't have to because I'm coming for her at the awards, so she doesn't have to worry about that.
That's right. I already got you on Twitter.
where can they find you, Sarah?
Oh yeah. You guys can find me on iamsarahLace.com. All of my links and my social medias will be on there.
We are the Brave Misfits on Instagram.
Master?
We are the Burbank Misfits on Instagram, Burbank Misfits on Facebook and Twitter, BurbankMisfits.com is everything that we do. I'm RAWSTARR. People start spelling my name correctly, by the way. It's annoying when I see my name spelled RAW space STAR or with one R. My name is one word, two R's at the very end. It's annoying. I've been using this name for like 30 years next year. For 29 years. It's been settled the same way. So I'm trying to remix my name. Anyway, I will see. It has been happening a lot recently. It's just bothers me. Anyway, we will see you all next week. Be well, stay blessed, and be good to each other.
Hi guys.